Nico!
Get ready for the next battle.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Nico's World video, and today we're going to talk some more Tekken 8. If you're new to the channel, my name is Nico,
Hey, look,
and
it's Nico.
yeah, welcome. So today we are talking about the Lars versus Lili matchup. So you know how I do this, guys. I give my 2 cents before I get into it, right? So basically, Lili is a character. She's considered to be, I'd say, A-tier-ish, which makes sense because looking at her tool set and her frames on paper, I can see why people say this. So I put it in a community post, you know, what matchup you guys really wanted to see, and the community spoke and they said Lili. So without further ado, I'm just gonna get right into it because we got a lot to talk about, got a lot to get into, and yeah, so let's get it going. The first thing I'm gonna tell you, homing moves. That is the first thing I'm gonna tell you. Homing moves. Lili players love to sidestep. They love sidestepping because her frames complements her sidestepping so well. Because a lot of her frames is in the -2s to -3s, around there, right? So you could absolutely step with -2, -3s. And Lili has a lot of moves that are -2s to -3s. So homing moves, your back one, Lars's back one, is your best friend against this matchup. I guarantee you, Lili players are going to sidestep. If they do an attack, a down 4-1, they're gonna sidestep. If they do a low that's maybe like -2 or something on hit or something like that, they're gonna sidestep. Back one is your best friend against this character. Use that homing move. It is your friend against this matchup. Use it. I forgot to mention this. Lili has the best sidestep in the game. There is nobody that has a better sidestep than Lili in this entire game. She has the best sidestepping in this game, hands down. That's why they sidestep so much, because she has the best in the game. The only person that's kind of close to her is maybe like Elisa, but she is #1 in terms of sidestepping. Back one, your best friend. But the next thing I'm going to tell you is that Lili is a threat from deep. Like, she can hit you from ranges that you didn't even think was possible. She can hit you from, let me just show you. So she can hit you from like probably all the way over here. You probably don't think that could hit you, right? Yeah, you're wrong. This move is her 3+4, and this shit has redonkulous amounts of range. It has humongous range. Look how far this hits you from. Humongous range. It's a double hitting high and it's homing, but it has a shit ton of range. So you want to kind of be on the lookout for that, because that shit will hit you from ranges you didn't even think was possible. I've been hit by it before. You need to kind of, like, when you're playing the neutral game and you're playing the spacing game, just keep that move in mind, and as soon as you kind of see her jump in the air, duck. Duck, punish. Let me show you right now. So you're playing neutral, duck. And it's only -2 on block, which means that she can, guess what? She can sidestep after this. So you're playing neutral, duck, punish. Just like that. So keep that move in mind. That move is very dangerous. It has a shit ton of range. It's a heat engager, and it is a launcher in heat. So just be careful of that. Keep that in mind. The next move I want to get into is her cartwheel. This move, if you've fought against a Lili, you've been hit by this move. You just have. It has a lot of range too. It has a shit ton of range. It hits you from ranges that you didn't even think was possible. It hits you from very far away. And another thing that makes this move problematic is that it is only -4 on block, right? And it automatically puts her in back turn. And Lili players like to be in back turn because well, let me just say it this way. Lili has a shit ton of options from back turn. When she is back turn in your face, she has a plethora of options. She has a power crush from back turn. She has a homing move from back turn. She has a fast as fuck high from back turn. She has high crushing from back turn. Lili players want to be in back turn in your face. So that leads me to her back turn option. So Lili has 12 moves from back turn in total. Yes, you heard me right. She has 12 moves from back turn. The first thing I'm going to tell you about back turn, right? So let's say Lili players love doing this, by the way. This is the common strat that they like to do, right? So let's say you're playing neutral. You're playing neutral, you're moving around and you're playing the spacing game. Both of you, nobody's at an advantage, nobody's doing anything. So what the Lili player is going to do is she's going to do this into this. And the reason why she does the cartwheel into those two that punch into the kick is because look at the frame data. You saw that number, right? It said 8. 8 frames. That jab comes out in 8 frames. So when she's -4 and she does the jab, that technically came out in 12 frames. 12 frames. So let me put this in perspective. When she does that cartwheel, you don't really want to down forward 1 because if you do that, it's gonna beat it. You can try to jab, your jab will beat that. But the problem with that is that she has a shit ton of options to crush highs. Lili loves crushing highs. Lili loves going under jabs. She loves crushing things. She is more evasive than you think. Lili loves crushing highs and crushing some mids too. She has a shit ton of crushing. So jabbing is kind of risky in itself. And down forward 1, if you know that's your fastest mid option, if she does this, it's gonna beat it, right? So let me tell you about the moves before I get into the countering of said moves, right? So that's her 1-4. It's fast as fuck. It's a heat engager. It's 8 frames. It's crazy. She also has a mid option, and that is her back turned 1-2. That's her mid option, but it is unsafe on block at -12. And then she has her power crush option, which is her 2. This right here. That is unsafe, obviously, because it's a power crush. And she has a homing move from back turn, which is her 3-4. Right? That is unsafe on block as well if she finishes the whole string, but the Lili player, sometimes what they like to do is they like to just do this and then that's it. They don't always commit to the string because the reason they don't commit is because they know that it's punishable on block at -12. So sometimes they like to do this, right? But just know that if a Lili player does that, if she just does that move alone, it is your turn because she's -10. She's -10. It's technically unsafe. So if she just does that move, and you see her doing that a lot, take your turn back. Don't let her just do whatever she wants, because sometimes they like to do that. Like I remember I was fighting a Lili player, and this is what she did, right? She would do this, and she'd run up and then do this. That's not real. Don't let her do that. Another move that she has is her back turn 1+2. This is a raw launcher, but it is unsafe on block at -11, and it forces crouch. So if you block this and you see a Lili player do it, while standing for her bitch ass. Just like that. Don't let her get away with that for free. Also, I should add that it's fast as fuck at 13 frames. It's very fast. And then the next thing I want to get into is her next move, which is her 3+4. This right here, it crushes lows and, you know, like a dick jab or anything like that. And it is +2 on block. So yeah, just be on the lookout for that. You can step that both sides though. That has no tracking whatsoever. You can step that to either side. And then the next move she has is her down 2. This is a really annoying low she has from back turn. It's super annoying. It's only -12 on block, which is crazy. It should be minus at least 13 in my opinion, but it's minus 12. Oops, it's minus 12. So you have to wall standing for it. Kind of crazy. I think it should be more punishable than that, but it is what it is. But it's minus 12, and it has a counter hit property. Counter hit knockdown, and on normal hit, it's plus 5. And yeah, you're pretty much trying to get up off of the floor. It's kind of she gets a lot off of that low, to be honest. That's a lot for only eating a minus 12, in my opinion. But it is what it is. The next thing she has is her Lili players don't really use this that much because it's not natural on hit. It's her down 3-4. It's really not that great because even if you don't block the low, if she finishes with the mid, she's punishable at minus 13. So you could just use your 12 frame punish if she commits to that string. And then she also has her down 4 from this, but Lili players don't use this, and I don't really see why they would use this because I mean it's minus 11 on block, but if you're going to be minus 11 to /12 range, why would you do that instead of get the juicy plus 5, So they don't really use this. I wouldn't worry about that move too much. And then the next thing that she has is her back turn 3+4. This is just a raw, low knockdown. They're pretty much banking on you not ducking. So it's just a low, pretty much a knockdown hell sweep blow kind of thing. It is launch punishable on block though at minus 26. So if you block it, kill her. And now I kind of want to get into the counters, how we counter her from back turn, right? So how we counter Lili from back turn. Her mids are weak to sidestep right, and her lows from back turn are weak to sidestep left. But
wait, there's more.
There is a but. The thing is that Lili has a lot of ways to get into back turn. Lili players, what they like to do to get into back turn is this move right here. They love this move. It gives her a +3 into back turn, and she could choose to go into back turn if she wants to or not. But they really like doing this low because it puts her in a back turn. It makes it harder to step her in this situation because her high, if she does this move and you try to step and she does the high, it's gonna connect. So if this low connects and she's back turning your face, sidestepping in this situation might not be the best idea because she has options to kind of really punish you if you try to sidestep. So you don't really want to you might really want to think twice about sidestepping if you eat this low, and it's more than likely, I'm be honest with you, more than likely you're probably going to eat it because it's pretty fast. It's hard to react to. It's a low high, it's difficult. But it's what I'm saying is that if you eat this low, it is harder to step her from back turn in this situation. But when she does the cartwheel from this range and she just does it kind of raw like that, it is much easier to sidestep her in that situation. So you block the cartwheel, right? Let me just show you. Whoops. Sidestep right. Sidestep right will beat all of her high options and her mid options besides the homing move, obviously. And if she does lows from back turn in that situation, sidestep left. Sidestep left. So if you block the cartwheel, say a low, right? She does a low. Sidestep left. Just like that. The next thing I want to get into is her, it's called Do Glide. It is a key move that Lili players like to use, or a key stance that they like to use. And she has 6 moves from this stance. The fastest move that she has from this stance is 14 frames. But she can do like a wall standing 4, and that's 11 frames, so she can do that. Now let me just show you the options that she has from Do Glide. That right there. Do Glide 1-2. This is minus 14 on block, but she can decide if she wants to go into back turn from it, just like that. So it's kind of a mind game in a sense, because they like to do that sometimes. But if she commits to the whole attack, it is minus 14 on block. Let me just show you. And remember, as the Lars player, we like the minus 14s. So just keep that in mind. The next move she has from Do Glide is her Do Glide 1-4. This is a safer mid option if she wants to do this. You can't jab her out of that. Most of the moves from Do Glide are weak to sidestep left. So if she's doing that stance, you could try to sidestep left. But she does have 2 moves from Do Glide that track. And the 2 moves that track is her 2-1. That's a heat engager. It's minus 13 on block, but it is a launcher in heat. Like that. And she also has her 3+4. This tracks to both sides. And what also makes this problematic is that it is +6 on block. So if you block this, it is not your turn. And it jails, so you can't like duck the second hit. If you don't duck the first one, you're not ducking the second one. So like, let me give you an example. What a Lili player might do is they might do something like this, right? Something like that. And you can't really step it too well. It tracks pretty well to both sides. You can't really step it. So she has the high that tracks. She has the homing move, heat engager that I talked about, and then she also has her Do Glide 3. This right here, that is minus 11 on block. So if you see a Lili player doing that, punish. The last option that I'm gonna cover from her Do Glide is her Power Crush option. She has a Power Crush from this stance. It's her Do Glide 1+2, and it is minus 11 on block. So remember to jab. It's jab punishable. Just like that. And then the next thing I'm going to get into is her Feisty Rabbit. That is another move that she has. She has 3 moves from this, and basically what Feisty Rabbit is this right here. If you fought a Lili, you know they like to do this shit right here. They like doing this. So when Lili's doing Feisty Rabbit, she has 2 mids and 1 low from Feisty Rabbit. She has a heat engager that's safe on block at -9. And it is a launcher in heat. And she also has her 4, and this is -2 on block. Just like that. And again, when Lili is in those small minus frames, it's very debatable if it's your turn, because her sidestepping is really fucking good. So don't be surprised if you do something and it gets, sidestepped. So like I said, back 1 is your best friend. And then the low option that she has from Feisty Rabbit is her 3. This is minus 13 on block. So you punish it with your while standing 2-3. But the thing is that it is also a counter hit launcher. And it is homing as well. So just be careful with that. Be careful when you're pressing against Lili. She's very evasive. She loves crushing highs, so just be careful. Another thing I want to touch up on is her heat smashes. Her heat smash is kind of similar to her 3+4. It has a shit ton of range, but what you want to keep in mind is that it is also a high. So you can launch her and you can stop her from her heat smash. Like that. Yeah, so just keep that in mind. It's a double hitting high. It's just like her 3+4. So if you see Lili in heat and she's playing in this kind of space, like this kind of range, just be on the lookout for that. Be ready to duck if you see her around this range. Or be on the lookout for it. Another heat smash she has is from back turn, like this, and it is a low. Now on paper, on the frame data, it says that she's -8 on block. Like just like that, it says she's -8 on block. But if the Lili tries to press anything, you're gonna beat her out of all of her options. She's too minus to be doing anything after that if you block it. The next thing I want to talk about is her forward 4. Like I said before, guys, Lili has very long limbs. She has very long legs, right? So she, like I said before, she could hit you from ranges that you didn't think were possible. So this is just one of the other moves that she has. This is her forward 4, and it is a counter hit launcher. They sometimes like to use this as keep out to kind of keep you away, but just be careful when you're pressing at certain distances, because if this hits you, you're getting and it's a counter hit, you're getting launched. So just be careful with that. The next thing I want to talk about is her homing move. It's her forward 3. It's pretty slow at 20 frames, but here's the problem though. The problem with this move is that it is not that minus on block. It's only -3. So again, it's questionable if it's your turn when it comes to Lili because of her sidestepping ability, right? Again, I can't stress this enough. Back fucking 1. Back 1 is your best friend in this matchup. I can't stress that enough. Lili's will step you. They will. I promise you, they will step you. Use your homing moves against this matchup. It will help you. And moving on to a next point I want to talk about, and this is me warning you guys, because sometimes in Tekken, there's certain things that certain characters have that work well against other characters, right? So what I'm gonna tell you is that you want to be careful with your down forward 3-3. Be careful with this move against Lili, because the reason why this move is basically pretty much safe is because of the pushback, right? Because of the pushback it grants you. So you're kind of technically safe because of the pushback. But there are specific characters in Tekken that can punish it. And Lili is one of them. I'm warning you as the Lars player to probably refrain from using this move. You don't really want to use this move against Lili. Try to not use this move. Consider it a warning. You're gonna get punished. If the Lili player knows what the punish is, then you're gonna get punished. So try to refrain from using this move. You don't really want to use that move against Lili. She's one of the few characters that can punish that. Another thing I kind of want to harp on is some key lows that Lili players like to use. So this is her forward 4 right here. They like this low. It's a forward input, so she kind of wants to be, you know, for the most part at like a distance probably. But I have seen Lili players do this into this. They do that sometimes. And that's not real, but again, it's just one of those things where if you're gonna press, be careful, because you know she has moves to check you, to stop you from pressing, obviously, in that situation. But just know that this into this is not real. You can stop her from doing that by just jabbing her or pressing a button or something like that. So just keep that in mind. But the thing is that her 4-4, she can choose to go into back turn, and when she's in back turn, she is +10 in your face. So remember what I said, how when she goes into back turn with plus frames, it becomes much more difficult to sidestep this character. The only thing that you could really sidestep in this situation is her mid check. Her mid check in this situation does not track. Her mid check doesn't really have good tracking, even with the plus frames. So if you're gonna step and you think she's gonna do that, you could step it or just punish it with your while standing 4. It's up to you though. It's up to you as the player. Okay, and the next thing I'm gonna get into is some duckable highs, just to get that out the way. So I'm just gonna show you a series of duckable highs, so moves that you should be looking out for and ducking and punishing. So be on the lookout for these moves and check these out right here. Okay, and those were just some of the highs that you should be ducking. The next thing I want to get into is her down forward 3. Her down forward 3, this move right here, it is +3 on block. It is a counter hit launcher. Counter hit launcher, +3 on block. Lili players love this move. They use it a lot. The thing is though, is that so most people try to step in this situation, but what Lili has is an option to actually shut that down. So what Lilis might do is they might do something like that to stop you from stepping, because it tracks to her right. So you can't really step. But just know it is -12 on block, so you can 12 frame her. So if you block that, punish. Don't let her get away with that for free. Okay, another common strat that I see a lot of Lili players doing sometimes. Don't get hit by this. Really try to watch out for this. Lili players do this. I've seen it. I've seen Tekken gods do it too. High ranks, I've seen them all do it. Sometimes they like to do her 2-4 into this. Because, reason being is because, again, she's not that minus. She's not that minus on block. She's only -2. Yeah, Jesus, look how evasive that move is called Matterhorn. It is one of the most evasive moves in the game. It is very fucking dangerous. That shit goes right under your down forward 1. So if you block this, do a mid. If you're gonna do a mid. Don't do a down forward 1. It's gonna get crushed. You have to do a mid to stop her from doing that. Or if she sidesteps, do back 1. That is a common Lili strat that they like to do. They love doing this. Don't let them do that. Don't be that guy that eats this. Don't be that guy. It's a common strat. They've been doing that since Tekken 7. I've experienced it when I was learning, going through my trials and tribulations. Don't be that guy. Just pay attention to that move, that punch into the kick. If you can react to it, you can duck it. But it's not the easiest thing to do, but just be on the lookout for that. But really try, if you're gonna press a button, make sure to do a mid, preferably your back 1, because she can still sidestep in that situation, and your back 1 will stop her from doing that evasive bullshit. Don't get hit by that. Also, again, before I forget to mention, if you block it, kill her. Do not let her get away with that. She is hella punishable on block if that is blocked. Do not let her get away with that for free. You must punish hard. Don't let her get away with that for free. The next thing I want to talk about is some strings that Lili players like to use. So we have her string back 2-1 1+2. Lili players like to use this string a lot because every single hit of that is delayable. All of that is delayable. It's super delayable. The thing about that move is that she could either go into back turn like this, or she could go into do glide by pressing forward. She doesn't have to commit to the last hit. Right, so like that. Again, she's -4, and remember, when she is -4, it's kind of dangerous to do like a down forward 1 because of her high option from back turn. And she has power crushes to stop you from doing things if you're not fast enough. So just be on the lookout for that. But again, if you see her in back turn, remember her mids are weak to sidestep right. Her mids are weak to sidestep right, and her lows are weak to sidestep left. And it's easier to step her when she's on minus frames. But when she's on with plus frames, then yeah, it becomes a little bit more difficult. But when she's doing something like this, into gimmicks and things like that, It's easier to sidestep her. So just keep that in mind. Also, if she finishes her back to 1/2, just know that is -12 on block. Punish. Another thing that you guys should probably know about is Lili's 113. This right here. She can decide if she wants to go into back turn with her 2 jabs, or if she just wants to finish the entire string. But just know, if she finishes the entire string, she is -15 on block. So you could, she is launch punishable if you block that. So just keep that in mind. That's something that Lili players like to do. If they through that last 3rd hit, you can launch her for that. Just be on the lookout for that move. Okay, so another thing I want to get into is her heat option. So when Lili is in heat, there are some things that get buffed, right? So one of the moves that gets buffed is this move right here. So any variation of any type of move that leads into that kick, Lili players like to do it when she's in heat because it's +7 on block. So just know, when they do that move and she's in heat, it's not your turn, it's her turn, because she's fairly plus. That's a decent amount of plus frames to get off of that. So just be on the lookout for that. Another move you want to be on the lookout for when it comes to fighting Lili is her down forward 4/4. This right here. Just know, on normal hit, it is -2, but on counter hit, +8. So just be careful with that. But just know, if you eat this, she's -2. And again, what is she more than likely going to do with -2, guys? Sidestep. When it comes to Lili, and it's on the -2s, you know, -2, -2, -2, -2. She's her. It's like her frames. It's so funny. It's like her frames literally revolve around sidestepping. Like, her frames want the player to sidestep because her sidestepping is so good. So I cannot stress this enough. Back 1. And yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video. I think I hit everything I wanted to hit. Let me double check. Yeah, I hit everything I wanted to hit. So thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate the support as usual. You guys are the best. And I'll see you in the next Nico's World video. Take care, guys. Have a good one.